On Thursday's scandal premiere, Quinn's fate was revealed. Here are the most important things to know about Robin, the 8th episode of Season 7. The show began with Papa Pope burning a dead body in a car, after which he called 911 to anonymously report a fire. The next day, David broke the news to Olivia and company at QPA that a partial identification confirmed it was Quinn. A stunned Charlie said they were going to name their now-deceased baby girl Robin. Mellie showed up to express her sympathies in person. This was the work of a monster, the president declared as Olivia hid her guilt. They set about planning a funeral, and Charlie admitted he wanted Quinn's remains turned into bullets. Huck questioned the mention of a hairpin in the police report and looked at the charred body at the morgue, where he vowed to get revenge on her assailant. When Fitz went to comfort Olivia as a friend, she said they weren't pals and suggested this was his fault because he stayed in town and meddled. Jake delivered Rowan's bones back to him, and Papa Pope refused to take the blame for Quinn's, instead pointing the finger at Olivia. He further said if lived, she too is dead. There are no winners here. Huck theorized to Abby that it was Olivia that Quinn was meeting with on the night she disappeared and concluded, "Live Ed Quinn." Abby thought the theory was crazy, so he brought his concerns about Olivia going to the dark side to Fitz, who explained she has rejected his attempts to help her. Huck then went to an AA meeting as Olivia drank while struggling to write a eulogy. They later crossed paths at QPA, where he concealed a gun and she broke down in her old white hat. "We were supposed to protect her," Liv cried. Before the funeral, Abby helped Charlie put the ashes into bullet casings, and Huck loaded a cartridge for the gun. At the same time, Papa Pope was resetting up his dinosaur lab. During the ceremony, Olivia said she could offer no perspective because there's no silver lining and Quinn's doesn't make sense. As Charlie fired off the first shot, the show flashed back to one of their early interactions. The same was done for Huck, Marcus, Abby, David, Jake and Olivia. Meanwhile, Cyrus organized a dinner date for Fenton, but the businessman told him it was over. Cyrus asked Jacques if he was responsible for causing the sudden breakup, which he denied. When Cyrus confronted Fenton for the reason he dumped him, he explained he looked into Charlie and learned who he was, the kind of things he's done and his connection to Cyrus. "My instinct is telling me you're a bad guy," Fenton told him. Following the funeral, Huck, David, Abby and Marcus drank at QPA and reminisced. Huck was dismayed that Abby invited Olivia but questioned why she didn't come. As it turned out, she went to Fitz, where he held her. She told him she needed just a night and they hooked up. David found Charlie sitting in his car, as he was uncomfortable going home. So the next day, David and Abby went there to take away all the baby stuff. While doing so, they found a flash drive. Charlie went to Papa Pope's house and told him, "I want back in." But Rowan told him to go home and take some time to think about what you're really asking for. As he started to walk away, though, he heard a baby crying and pushed his way in. There he found a baby in a crib and demanded to know, "Whose baby is that?" A fight ensued and the episode ending with Charlie choking Papa Pope. Next week, viewers will see what happened while Rowan held Quinn captive.